possible. The results of the Mexican GP's free practice sessions sent shockwaves through the paddock, not because of technical issues, but because of two drivers who delivered extraordinary performances, Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. Their lap times were deemed impossible, leaving the Ferrari technical team stunned and their rivals speechless. But what exactly was behind this extraordinary performance? Had Ferrari discovered something they hadn't revealed to the public? Let's discuss it. Previously thought to be struggling to cope with Red Bull's dominance, Ferrari actually put in an extraordinary performance. Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc stunned all the other teams, not through luck, but through sheer speed and consistency. For Ferrari, the result in Mexico wasn't just about fast times. It was a sign of a revival. The SF25 appeared to be a completely different car, stable, fast, and, most surprisingly of all, consistent across all sections of the track. As soon as the green light came on in FP2, Leclerc lit up the timesheets with an impressive lap time of 1 minute 17.545 seconds. But what was even more impressive was not just the time, but how he achieved it. There was no understeer, no excessive steering correction, and no harsh bouncing on the curbs. The SF25 seemed glued to the asphalt, a rare occurrence this season. Hamilton, who had just come on to replace Antonio Foucault after FP1, needed only a few laps to get to know the car. From the outset, it was clear that there was something different about this Ferrari. His driving style was aggressive, yet smooth. He began by gathering tyre data, then gradually increased his pace until he finally matched Leclerc's. "The car finally feels predictable," said Hamilton after the session. "That might be a simple word, but for us drivers, it's everything. When the car does what we expect, that's where confidence grows." Ferrari is believed to have found the ideal balance between mechanical grip and aerodynamic stability, two elements which have often clashed in the past. Telemetry data shows that Ferrari's deficit to Red Bull in a straight line is now less than 1/10 of a second. However, the SF25 excels in corners, especially in technical stadium sections. It is able to maintain higher cornering speeds than both the McLaren and the Mercedes. Even at turns 13 and 14, Ferrari's weak point last year, both drivers can now open the throttle earlier without losing rear traction. According to an internal Ferrari source, the key to this performance lies in the new adjustments to the tyre thermal management and active suspension systems. After struggling to maintain stable tyre temperatures for several races, the updates introduced since the Austin GP are now producing tangible results. During the race simulation in FP2, Ferrari achieved an average lap time of 1 minute 22.6 seconds, just a tenth off Verstappen's Red Bull, with significantly less tyre degradation. There were no signs of graining or blistering, even after long stints. One of the most interesting aspects of this session was the harmony between Hamilton and Leclerc. During the 2025 season, the two drivers often seemed to be pursuing different developmental paths. But in Mexico, they appeared to have found their rhythm. Hamilton appeared to be rediscovering himself as a driver. His body language in the cockpit spoke volumes, exuding confidence, composure, and focus. Lap after lap showed significant progress, as if he were returning to his golden days with Mercedes. Meanwhile, Leclerc seemed to be enjoying every moment. Following his strong performance in Austin, he confirmed his renewed confidence with another impressive showing in Mexico. He mastered the tricky middle section with millimetre-perfect precision, leaving Ferrari's engineers smiling with relief. "This is a different Ferrari," one mechanic enthused. "The car feels lively, responsive, and stable in all conditions. It's as if we've discovered the true DNA of the SF25. Even Ferrari team principal Frédéric Vasseur couldn't hide his joy. During an interview after FP2, he burst out laughing, a rare occurrence during this high-pressure season. "I think everyone saw the real Ferrari today," said Vasseur, clearly emotional. "Not a Ferrari that hesitates or compromises, but a team that knows what it's doing." Hamilton was incredibly fast from the first lap, and Charles was dancing with his car. This isn't a fluke. It's the result of months of hard work. Vasseur then made a comment that caused a stir in the paddock. "If we can maintain this performance until Sunday, then everyone, including Red Bull, will have a big problem. The remark immediately exploded on social media. Many felt that Vasseur was speaking with a confidence that he had not shown throughout the 2025 season. Ferrari senior engineer Riccardo Adami, known for his calm and meticulous approach, also provided notable insights into the FP2 results. He revealed that the SF25's performance this time was not just the result of aggressive settings, but rather the culmination of extensive corrections in the simulation and vehicle dynamics departments. The difference was noticeable from the moment we ran the setup in the Maranello simulator, Adami explained. For the first time all season, the data from the simulator matched what we saw on the real track. Usually, there is a big discrepancy between theory and reality, but this time, everything was in sync. Adami described the experience with unusual emotional intensity. When I saw Leclerc's lap without any steering corrections, I said to myself, this is what a Ferrari should be. No drama, no fear of tyre temperature or odd balance, just a car that wants to cooperate with its driver. The experienced engineer also praised Hamilton's contribution to accelerating the SF25's adaptation. Lewis brings a new perspective on stability and brake modulation. He demands extreme precision, so we adjusted the car accordingly. The results were outstanding, even exceeding our expectations. Meanwhile, rival teams struggled to overcome the challenges of this high-altitude circuit. McLaren appeared to be out of their depth, with both Norris and Piastri grappling with the unpredictable and ever-changing traction at every turn. Mercedes, who had performed well in Austin, now seemed to be floundering with an imbalanced and unmanageable car setup. Ferrari, on the other hand, seemed to be in a different league. Each lap they completed appeared to be part of a carefully planned strategy. No panic, no unnecessary improvisation, and a calm and collected approach to every strategic decision. The SF25 was no longer the fragile and temperamental car of the early season. It now looked mature and strong, and truly ready to compete at the highest level. Every aerodynamic update and small adjustment to the power unit seemed to mesh perfectly with Hamilton's and Leclerc's driving styles. As a result, Ferrari demonstrated not only speed, but also consistency and complete control, something that the Maranello-based team had lacked for a long time. The most encouraging thing for Ferrari isn't just the lap times, but the fact that the development direction is finally in sync between simulations and track reality. After months of discrepancies between the data from Maranello and the results on the track, everything is now aligned. This means that every adjustment made ahead of qualifying can be calculated with precision. The team now knows exactly how the car will react, a crucial factor for achieving great results. With a medium downforce setup that appears ideal for the Mexican circuit, could this mark the start of a new era for Ferrari with Hamilton and Leclerc? Or will Red Bull regain control after just a brief flurry of success? Let us know your thoughts below.